Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to say, call aloud, Yum Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim out there, spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, and presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice, as the scripture teaches us to do. Shalom to the very few sisters that do listen as well, and I do mean very few. I'm the brother Yahweh from the great millstone Chicago camp, and I was just thinking about these hating ass heathens, man, and how we really got to put the heathens into captivity for their benefit as well, but also for our vindication that the Lord is going to bring us, because this is a reward. You know, slavery has always been around, and we are at the bottom of the barrel in hardcore captivity right now. And if you niggas don't see that, I don't know what the hell's going on. You know, that's how we came over here. You know, and that's the present state we're still in, and even worse, man. But nevertheless, the scripture says, he that touches you touches the apple of his eye, and that's what the heathens did. Now, granted, the Lord allowed them to do that because of our punishment, but that time is coming to an end, and our time is coming back to where we're going to be set up to be those ruling leaders again. Matter of fact, because we was always put first, and I'm about to go right into this, man. This is Deuteronomy 32 and verse 7. It says, remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell you when the Most High divided the nations their inheritance. When he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. All right, so we were always on top because we were his people. It says, for Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Okay, so you go, and not only that, he gave us rules, you know, land Sabbaths, moral laws, dietary laws, how to deal with death, you know, how to deal with anything, how to deal with uncleanliness, how to deal with a woman, how a woman deals with a man, how a man deals with a woman, how to deal with relatives, you know. The heathens don't practice those things like that. They eat anything, they do anything, they worship, first and foremost, they worship false gods. Therefore, they'll never have accountability, balance, justice, righteousness, or judgment. The Lord gave that to us. This is Deuteronomy 4 and verse 4. It says, but ye did cleave unto Yahweh, your power. But ye that did cleave unto Yahweh, your power, are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you the statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh, my power, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this is a great people, a wise nation is a great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great who have Yahweh so nigh unto them as Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for it? And that's why when you read the book of Judith, what did he say? He said if they've been doing right by their God, there's no stopping them. You know, just paraphrasing that. But if they sinned against their power, then you can get them. See, the heathens know who we are. They know the Lord is our power source. They know everything. It's evident. Listen, man, if you don't believe you one of the sons of God and you an Israelite male, go around the heathen women. Look at the men. Look at their face. Look how weak they are. Just look at them. Even Jake in his low estate, man. The worst nigga is better than the best heathen, man. Yashar Allah, he Prince Power, man. You an Israelite, man. These heathens ain't shit. And that's why they've been hating from the beginning. This is Psalms, the 83rd chapter. It says, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be still, O power. For lo, my enemies make a tumult, and they that have hated thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. And that's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you Israelites. Now, granted, our seed has been scattered abroad, and we have people, you know, amongst these heathens that look like them, but they us. But that's another thing for another time. We talking about these people that really come from these bloodlines that hate us, man. And that's going into captivity soon. It says, they said, come which proves they know who we are. Verse 4, they said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent, and they are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, all right, and the tabernacles of Ishmael, and of Moab, and of the Hagarenes. See, there you go. These damn Arabs, these white men, these so-called Asians, these the so-called Africans, Gabal, it says Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines and the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have Hopelin, the children of Lot. So they always been out, you know, to get us and hate on us. Look at the time of Amon. Look at the time of Ezra, or Esdras, which was the one of the same. You know, during the time of him, Nehemiah, Zerubbabel. It's always some heathens hating Daniel. It's always a fucking, where you think Esau get these plots from, man? The heathen always read the scriptures for Cain. Always, man. It never stops, man. You know, but it's gonna stop when we got them chains on their ass. That's when it's gonna stop. This is 2 Maccabees 2. Salaki, this is 1 Maccabees 2 and 10. It says, what nation have not had part in her kingdom and had gotten of her spoils? And all these nations capitalized off us, man. That's why I said in the parable with Lazarus, it said the dogs lick the sores. And that's who they are. Those heathens capitalizing off us. Look at your gas stations. Look at your communities. Food deserts, all right? But you got an Ammonite in your nail shop making money, a Hamite in your braiding shop making money, Elam in 7-Eleven, and you ain't got a pot to piss in the window to throw it out, and the so-called white man got everything else. And that's why they got to go into captivity, man. And we're going to benefit off that captivity. Every single one of them, man. If you ain't of that bloodline, you finish, man. Okay? That chosen bloodline, you finish, man. This is Jeremiah 30 and 16. It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Now, every one of them. I remember the brother, we was talking to some old ladies, man. They was trying to say that the brother Madathia brought that out, and they was just standing there, and they was some two old Keishas, Barbaras, two old black women, you know, and the brother cut them, and they was just sitting there looking stupid. The look on their face, man. Every one of these heathens are going into captivity, man. Whether you niggas like it or not, because you niggas the only ones that really ain't down with that. They kind of got it, you know, they ain't down with it, of course. That's why they going to go down swinging, but they actually know this is coming to them. It's all you niggas who are oblivious to this. This is Deuteronomy 30 and verse 7. It says, and Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So the Lord got something coming for you heathens, man. You always been hating. You always going to continue to hate. Matter of fact, and you always try to take away from the progression of Jake. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick, which also goes back to that confederacy. This is 1 Esdras 5 and 72. It says, the heathen, but the heathen of them land laying heavy upon the inhabitants of Judea and holding them in strait hindered their building. And by their secret plots, and that's what they do. Why do you think they go to these heathens at these summit meetings? The summit is the top of a mountain. Everybody ain't nobody in there, Jake. And if it's one of them so-called Latin countries, that dude has a tear and a conquistador or some shit. That's secret plots, man. Verse 73 is saying, by their secret plots and the popular persuasions and commotion, they hindered the finishing of the building the time that King Cyrus lived, and they were hindered from the building for the space of 2 years until the reign of Darius. And y'all ain't gonna stop us building this. We're really gonna put our foot in your ass, man. We're really going to put our foot in y'all ass, man. And then after that, you ain't got to worry about the alphabet boys. You know, you ain't got to worry about democracy coming. You're going to get your land. You're going to keep the land Sabbath. You're going to eat clean food. You know. And y'all going to know who y'all are. We ain't going to take y'all name. Y'all ain't going to be able to worship them damn idols. But y'all going to know what y'all bloodlines are. This is Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that lead into captivity shall go into captivity. And he that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the faith and the patience of the saints. Captivity coming back, man. And this time, we going to be on the right end of that stick. Shalom.